Hey, here's the video tutorial for the e-collar that I'm loaning you to work with Scully. So we're not going to put the collar on just yet. We're going to start by turning the whole system on. And to do that, the collar should not be on him. Okay, so right now it's off. We are going to find the on button, power button, on off, which is this big round one right here. So I'm going to push that button and hold it down until I see on. See how it popped up briefly? So right now, it's set at a 0 level stimulation. Sometimes when you turn it on, it's still on the last level that you used. Scully's level is at 20. So what we're going to do now, because it's on 0, is we are going to use this dial on the top, and we're going to turn it until we get to 20, which is Scully's level. Now we want to lock it in at 20 so that we don't accidentally turn it up or down while we're working with him. So we push down and we hold. And when we see the 20 blink, we know that it's locked. So now you see I'm turning the dial on the top and it stays at 20. So we're locked on 20. Good. Now we're ready to turn the collar that he's going to wear on. So you'll notice that there is a red dot on the side of the handheld to your right if you're looking at it from the front. There is also a red dot on the underside of the collar. So here's the collar. Turn it to the side. So what you want to do to turn the collar on and off is you want to have this red dot touch that red dot. And you'll see it's going to light up green right there. And when we turn it off, it'll light up red. Okay, so we touch those two things together, and you will see a green light. If I can do this, here we go, green light. So now the collar's on. When you're done working with him and you take the collar off, you will touch it again and see, once I get it, too many things going on, red light. Red light means it's off, and green light means it's on. So now it's on, and we're ready to put the collar on Scully. So you are going to use the 10th hole. You put it on snugly. So I counted down. So you're going to start at the top here and count down. And on the 10th hole down, that's his size. That's an appropriate fit for him. And you are going to set this box slightly off of the center of the bottom of his neck. So in either direction, obviously, you want to make sure that the stimulus teeth are against his neck. And then you are going to set it slightly to the left or slightly to the right. It doesn't matter. Just not dead center. You don't want it right on top of his trachea or his windpipe. So off to the left or off to the right. 10th hole. Get it in there. And then what you're going to be doing is you're going to take him out in the backyard and you're going to give him a chance to roam around. And there are two commands you're going to practice. The come command, which will start with Scully, come, means that you are stationary and he is to come straight to you and stay with you. You might even have him sit when he gets there. You reward him with treats, affection, anything you want, but he has to stay with you. Once he's seated, if you want to put a leash on, great, or you can turn and start walking and say, let's go. But you definitely want to tell him once he sits what's expected from him after that. But that's a stationary command. Then you have a command that you do when you are on the move, let's go. So it would be Scully, let's go. And you're walking and he just catches up with you and strolls with you. You saw me do that on the video I sent you when we were walking past the neighbor house. So you are moving at that time. So it's all about come, you are stationary, let's go, you are moving. And always start with his name to get his attention. Scully, come, Scully, let's go. Now, when you say those commands, you are going to give him one brief stimulation, what we call a stim, an electric stim. So let's look at the buttons. The button on the right with a T, that's vibration, has no value for him. I tried that. So just ignore the T button right now. What you are looking at is on the other side. The black and the red buttons do electric stimulation. You want to use the black button. The black button just gives him a quick zip, a pretty light level stimulation. It's a 20 out of 100 that we have him on. So you're using the black button. When you say Scully, come, The second you say come, you push release. Or the second you say let's go, push release. You only use a red button in case of emergencies. That's called the boost button. You would use that if you thought he was running out in front of a car, and you would push it. And again, you'd say come. You'd still give him a command with it, but that would stop him in his tracks. It's not quite like a police officer tasing a human, because it doesn't physically disable, but you can bet it's going to get his attention because it's a quick, high-level boosted stimulation. So if he totally disobeys you and takes off, in spite of you calling him and using this stim, if you think he's on the run, you can give him one boost and say come. He might yelp or do something a little nutty, but you'll get his attention. If you stop him with this and he doesn't come immediately, pause, because he may need to collect himself, and then call him again. But I doubt that's going to happen. With me, he has been perfect with this button. In fact, after I used it a few times, I didn't even have to use it when I gave him the commands. But let's get you using it. We need for him to start responding to you the way he responds to me. That's going to be our mission. So there you go. We keep it locked on 20. We use this button. You just walk around with your thumb on it. You can have your hand in a pocket with it. Carry some treats in your pocket. When he does the right thing, you can reward him with treats and or love. Switch off between treats and love. And then just call me if you have any questions at all when you're doing this. All right. Good luck.